I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is November 6th, Wednesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, Trump won the elections and the price pushed up hard, going right to the liquidity to the above. We hit that level I was talking about here, that July 17th that had no wick on that daily candle on the high part. And beautiful, fucking beautiful, man. Where were the writings on the wall? Again, we discussed it yesterday. Watch yesterday's video so it makes sense. We were talking about literally just pushing up, breaking to these highs here. And then this is just, well, so far we've accomplished this much of this idea. But, this is a little, we'll see what happens here. And the general gist is we're just going to be pushing up, right? We have plenty of room on the overbought area here for the daily and the 4 hour. Well, this is the 4 hour, right? So let's take a look here. Super beautiful day, man. Just last 2 days. Oh my God, dude. But again, writings on the wall. There was a divergence here. So when we came down and we took this low, man, that was the divergence. That was the higher low right there with S&P and Dow taking out their lows. So pretty obvious, man. And if you're sitting here like, man, I wish I caught this and all these, listen, man, there's a buzz every 15 minutes. There's nothing to worry about, dude. So anyways, bull run. We've been talking about this for a long time, but they tricked everybody a little bit here. But let's go into, as you can see here, when we opened up, we just started pushing off in Asia. We got this little retrace, well, not little, but nice retrace here at the midnight hour here. Boom, retraces back, and pretty much inside that imbalance right here. And then another higher highs, higher lows the rest of the day. I mean, look how beautiful these higher highs and higher lows were. Let me see where I can start here. So as you see here, we get this down candle that's at midnight, literally. All right, that becomes support here for 645 pre New York right here, and we tap that midnight level. You see that dragged out? Can't miss that, right? Then we push up for another high here. I'm on the 15-minute. Push up for another high here, hitting that gap. All right. Then we retrace back down into what? That last down candle. Now I'm gonna transfer over here. You're gonna see how this played out on the fib. All right. So let's from here to here. All right. Let me do this. Let me do it this way. And super fire. Okay. So don't get lost with all these fibs. It's just two. All right. So this higher low. So what is that? That's a higher high. All right, you got 3 drives right there, right? Higher low. All right, let me go to 1 minute real quick. It's kind of hard to squeeze all that in. I should probably go to a 5 minute for that. But anyways, higher low. You can see the midnight level right there, right? And then what do? Well, we're pushing up for another higher high. So this is there's pretty much this is a high and a higher low inside that same leg. So the fib here, you can see it. I'm measuring this low to this high, obviously. And then as you notice, this high does not take out that high right there. So this is just internal, right? And then what do? So 8:30, we got that last down candle highlighted on the 15-minute in the blue. See that dragged across? So watch this. So then we get here, all right? So now it's 9:25. So not 9:24 or whatever. They sweep the liquidity here, right? And then you get this 925, big bullish ass candle, right? Big support. This is to show you the strength. I mean, obviously we've been buying all day, right? But you can see this inversion imbalance right here on the 911. This right here, dragged out in the pink, and then you have here this this bullish imbalance on the 925. X marks the spot right there. 930 opens up. Yes, we get this big opening range, but in very bullish situations, they're not even going to pay attention to this opening range. So as you see here, well, let me kind of squinch this up a little bit so you can see this. So then we push up here. We come up and then we get this down candle, this 934 access support, right? Pushes all the way up to that gap. What's that gap right there? That gap is the previous month's high. Right there, that's a very, very key level, obviously, and we tap it right here, right? Now, because we didn't hit that gap. Let me zoom in here. We didn't hit that gap when we were here on October 30th. All right, on Wednesday, we didn't hit that. So now you can see we tapped that right there, right? So what do? You get your pump, and then you get your dump, right? And then obviously, if we're bullish, you're going to get your pump. Your dump is generally shorter, but in this scenario, when you're looking at structure, we're talking about structure here. We're measuring this low to this high, retracing back. Where does it come? Right to the 70. See that? Beautiful. Let me just move it over so you can see it. Yeah. So comes right there. This is a sell model right here. You have the consolidation here, pushes up, retraces back just to wipe out that liquidity. But in general speaking, this is just a retracement. All right. So price stops on a dime. Where does it stop at? It stops on that last down candle. What are the confluences? Last down candle. You have the 70 level. You have that liquidity there that we created at 925. Right. So boom, beautiful. Price pushes down here. Acts like it's all tough. You get these wicks. You get this little push up here, and then boom, pushes up to this bearish imbalance here. This 946, we end up using it later. You can even use this one right here, this 1004, if you drag that out too. But in general speaking, we're pushing up for what? A new high. So now I'm going to delete this just so it doesn't get confusing. I'm going to delete that fib. You already have a higher high and a higher low here. So what do you get now? You get a new higher high, right? So we push up, and what do? We raid that high, and look at the gap. Look how we hit it to the tick. It's the same level right there, right? See this high, 1031. All right, opening range 1031. I'm sorry, 930 1030. Boom, get the big retracement, right? And then as you see, it's on the tick. So that being the case, what's it called? We start breaking down for what? To make a higher low. So we're coming down towards wipe out liquidity to the left here. You can see here to get this 1037, pop in on that bearish imbalance right there, and then we up this up candle right here, this 1041. I don't have it drawn out, but it's this. Look how it's managing with the same 936 bullish imbalance, which is the first imbalance of the open of the New York, right? So as you see, body's respecting there. See that? Pushes down. Look at that. We tap in here on this 1050. All right. Boom. 1050 macro kicks in. We kick in there. Boom. We get a couple drives. This is technically like 3 drives here. So this is like all 1 right here. And then this is 2 right here, circling it, this whole area. And then the little dip raid for 3. Where does it go to? It goes to the 70 again. All right. So 70 is popular today. Hitting the 70 again. And then what's it called? That's pretty good enough, really. But and then as you see, we push up here. All right, when we push up this high, this is to show you that we're going back bullish. We retrace back down into these consecutive candles here. What's it called? Different time frames look a little better, but yeah, we're still pushing up. But oversold here, right? Oversold a little bit here. Very, very weak. But take a look. Take a look at the RSI today. Beautiful, man. Pushing up high here. Overbought. Coming down. Didn't touch it. It was a little suspect, but it's still there. Oversold. Look at it. Coming back up here. Overbought. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Little divergence right there. See that? You can see it here. This is higher than that, right? Sell down. Then you get here. Little double bottom here. Boom, coming right back up. Anyways, and then while we're pushing up here, you can see that I can drag this out. You can see, boom. See how we come right back in and we tag that, using it as support. That's what you want to see. But anyways, let's see here. So and then we pushed up, man, right to that daily with no wick. Stop right there. We get to the gap and we're just pushing, right? But everything's pushing up. So if we go to let's go to dollar for a second, because well, look at that suspect shit right there. Look at that. And I was telling myself, this thing should be pushing up, for the election and this and that. And I know they got the trick under their sleeve, which is what they do. And then sure enough, gold did sink down. Big moves today, historical day today. But and take a look how they see how they play this trick on you. How the way it looks ended up panning out though. Bullish came right to this high. Bullish is dollar screaming. But yeah, man. So beautiful. So here, as we go here, let's start with here. Where am I here? So framing the day as well. We had lower. I don't even know where to begin. What's it called? Where is it here? 9:35 here. So when we were here at the time here, we had lower lows with Dow. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, here. So it's kind of hard to explain this. Just don't look at this for a second. All right. So while this was happening here at this 925, we had lower lows with Dow, and at the time we had higher lows with S&P and higher lows with NAS. See that? So that immediately pushed it up, right? So now I'm gonna delete this because this is kind of, I did that just so we could see it, but now let me do this. So here, so we pushed up, right? When we pushed up here, NAS made higher highs. Here, look at S&P, lower highs, and Dow was lower highs. Boom, they immediately took that nice little sell back down. All right, and once we got down here, all right, what's going on here? We have lower lows with S&P, and we had higher lows with NAS and Dow. All right, so right there, beautiful fucking buy right there, right here for everybody. And then where was the confluence in a smaller time frame? We had it right here with Dow. Right here, we had higher lows here with Dow, and then at the time we had lower lows with S&P and NAS. Beautiful, push that shit up. And when the price got here, ES was again lower, right? Lower highs here, and then we had higher highs with S&P. I'm sorry, with NAS and Dow, right? So that pushed us back down for the retracement. For us, it was just more pretty. It was just higher high and higher low. It was just definitely prettier for Nasdaq, right? And then we just kept buying up, and this might be a really nice sell here. We'll see how it goes, and then you had a little divergence here. When we had that little retracement for the second retracement here, right? We had higher lows with Dow right here. I'm talking about this little blue one. Higher lows here, and we had lower lows here. See that? Beautiful. So that was letting you know when you could buy at that's the other confluence with all this shit. With right here. Right? Because we had divergence right here. So not only did you hit the 70, but then you also had your divergence. Beautiful, fucking just beautiful. Other than that, not really complicating or anything, so not much to talk about. But let's take a look at this. Take a look. I was mentioning, look at Dow, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, look at this. And screaming higher lows here, right there. See that? And we had plenty of room on the top. And then sure enough, this was enough for Dow, right? So this is where the big writing on the walls were, because you could see Dow has the lower lows here, all right, and then S&P has lower lows as well, and then Nasdaq with the higher low right here. See that? Just crazy. Again, I was trying to get into here. I was still bullish. I still wanted to pull up. But I just thought they would have rated this. But hey, it is what it is. No big deal, right? But can you be involved afterwards? Sure. When you get this push up, now you got the higher lows going. This is just straight shot down. Down and up. So if you take a look, this speaker. Let me go to a 4 hour here. 4 hour real quick. So you can see this speaker. I mean, dude, it's fucking beautiful. Look at that shit. Look at this. Boom, boom. All right. So now where do you go from here? Well, in this scenario, they're trying to break through. But in my opinion, eventually, once they roll over, do they take out these highs first for NASDAQ? Before they do, we'll see. But then in general, to come back in, maybe the range a little bit. And they were using this as support, man. This was that I've already talked about this yesterday, so you know. But when we push up, it's very possible that we maybe use the daily. See this daily and bearish imbalance right here, this July 17th. If you drag that out and you drag it out to here, maybe we'll go above it and then come back in and dip and use it as a support, just like if it was a 1 minute chart. All right, no difference. But yeah. So let's see here. What was I about to do? Just gone, bro. Just gone. So S&P. So S&P, and that's when I had this. I showed this a long time ago, technically, but again, we're still pushing up, right? And that was common. Look at the support right here. Look at the support right here with this high. This price action around this area here. See that? So that was a given. They're dangling this gap. That's why it made so much sense to dip down just a little bit lower. But they pulled the rug. But no big deal. So this was why the market's beautiful in a sense, because there's moves every day, every week, every month, every year. But here, this is where I'm looking. Where I'm looking to is somewhere around this area, the 6,100, 200 area, and then maybe kind of pull back. But maybe they'll fall short of it, probably. But we're knocking on that 6,000 level. It'll be history. So they want to do that, move up above a little bit higher for good measure, and then maybe we'll start to see a retracement. But generally speaking, because of this election and all this and that, and it's the fourth quarter. I've been mentioning this damn near all year, or pretty much the second part of the year. But you're going to see the 15-year historical data, 30-year, 5-year start to pan out, which it's panning out now. It's just the way they delivered it was unorthodox. But since it's November, we push up. I expect a retracement back to happen. I still expect a retracement. So let me see if I can make this simple, man. Let me go to a daily here, and because this is what's very, very, very possible right here. So let me see if I can do this. I've already mentioned it, didn't I? Yeah, I'm tripping. So here I'm trying to see like by the time this reaches its high, I want this to be probably soon, probably like the 8th, the 7th, 8th. 9th. I think they're gonna push up here, and then we're gonna roll over, and be kind of choppy like this for the rest of the month, and then at the end of the month, for November I'm speaking about, then we push up for this final leg, right? This final leg, and then December we retrace back, and I'm pretty sure that's it's looking real good. So I don't even need to get into that. And then I mentioned yesterday or days before. Look at that. That held. That was the key right there. So what do? We made new highs everywhere. If I look across the board, fucking Amazon out the roof like crazy. Apple kind of stagnant. The VIX is just dropped hard. I don't know what that's all about, dude. That's super suspect, but I don't know what that's all about. That doesn't even make sense. Gold coming down so hard. I mean, literally wiping out the last 3 weeks, just coming down hard. And Bitcoin, all new highs for Bitcoin here. 70. What did they just hit? They hit a high of 76,509, $76,509 for the high of Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens with that too. I mean, breaking new highs here. That drop's going to be nasty, but we'll see. But I don't really think there's anything else much to mention here. Again, with this straight shot down, straight shot up. When it's moving, especially with these indices. What better excuse to use it was the elections. I mean, this is not manual intervention. I don't, I don't know what is, but just an excuse to use it, right? Um, I would see. Look at this weekly right here. On the weekly, once we get up to here, that's going to be a nasty brick wall or ceiling. Once we get up here, that's going to be crazy. So we're almost there. With the news on Thursday with Fed rates and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I was going to mention what's it called, and bonds still pretending and dropping. So I mean, super awkward. I mean, drop bonds dropping while we're pushing, um, and then yields, flying as well. So now, do we start adjusting? Do we just we push up just a little bit more, and then that's going to be like the finale, because we're in a final cycle. In my opinion, I think we're in a final cycle of pushing up here, and then I think the high of the market is just going to be whenever it becomes in these next 2 months. I don't know how else I can put it. So probably, max January, but I mean, we'll start to see something like that, and then we'll see what goes. But everything is bullish and everything's well. So yeah, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm always missing something. But yeah, no sense of chasing. So just logical moves in a day, and let me go to a 5 minute here. This is probably a better time frame than the 1 minute. Yeah, so it looks awkward, right? You think that's a break? It's not a break. So just a higher high and a higher low. Keeping it simple, man. Keeping it super super simple. Obviously you could draw a you could see this bearish imbalance just containing all that price right there. See that? But nothing much else to mention, dude. So no, I'm missing something. Maybe not. So yeah, other than that, you guys take care and God bless.